Yeah, started recording. Hello, friends. Today, what I'll do is I'll try to install the NetApp simulator on ESXi host. Okay, if someone want to practice the NetApp day-to-day operations and stuff, or if someone want to learn the basic NetApp uh, configuration and stuff, and probably this will help you understanding how you can do the initial configuration on NetApp, fast systems, or any other storage systems. Okay, so the prerequisites are something which we need to make a note of. Okay, so first you need to download NetApp OnTap latest 9.6 simulator from support portal. Okay, and then uh, deploy OVA template and ESX host, install OnTap 9.6, configure OnTap 9.6. Okay, these are the basic steps I'm writing. Okay, let me log in and check my support NetApp simulator. This is the URL. I'll just paste it out. Okay, log in. Excuse me. Okay, here you go. System will show you what all the prerequisites to install the OnTap simulator. If you want to practice the 9.6, these are the few prerequisites, and these are the hardware requirements. And if you want to practice 9.4 and 9.5, these are the prerequisites for the same. Okay, I'll select continue. So if you come down, there is OVA file which is 400 MB around. So this you need to download it, and another one you need to download the licenses as well. So I've already downloaded the files, and I'll go to downloads and see I have two files. Okay, so let's start. The You have already pasted the portal. Yeah, this will help you to download and deploy OVF template. And I have my ESXi box ready, so I'll log in and deploy the OVF template. Okay, let's log in. Okay, here you go. Let me create some logical boundary NetApp demo. I'll select the NetApp demo, and I'll go to File, Deploy OVF template, and then I'll browse. Not the 9.5 one. I want to deploy the 9.6. Here it is. So 9.6. Next. Next. Okay. Simulator name. Uh, NetApp demo simulator 1. I'll put it on SSD. Always select thin provision, and I'll put it on VLAN 20. Okay. Remember, as VLAN 20, I need to give the IPs. Let's try to deploy the you can say cluster one, so that you'll understand how a real-time cluster will show you when you log into the NetApp portal, or when you log into the command line console, command line prompt to manage the NetApp cluster. This it requires some sort of tweaking and all. Then I'll show you. Okay, even I need to search in Google and do the serial number changes and stuff. Okay, let's try. Once this is deployed, then we'll go ahead and create the cluster, and then we'll continue with the rest of the steps. deployed. If you go to, it is already powered on automatically. So see, that will automatically boot in some time. And what I need to write here, okay, simply log in into ESXi host, go to file and deploy OVA template. Okay, so the installation steps are something. First thing, go inside and press Control C. Okay, so that will bring up the boot window. Press Control C for the boot window, and then on the boot window, if you look at a lot of other options are available. Normal boot, boot with the without the /etc/rc, change password and stuff. Okay, if you are working on a brand new system, or if you are configuring, installing, racking, stacking, configuring the brand new system, then probably you need to select option 4. What it will do, it will clean up everything and it will install the OnTap on top of cluster nodes. Okay, so 0 disk, reset the configuration and install a new file system. Yes, this will erase all the disks and all. Yes, sure. Okay, give it a few minutes. It will reboot and start formatting the drives and reinstall the OnTap 9.6 automatically. Okay, Control C and select option 4, which is clean configuration, and install. Listen. Okay, then configure OnTap. We'll see. It won't take much time. Okay, hardly it will take around 2 to 3 minutes. Swatch. Meanwhile, let me go back to Google and see how to change NetApp simulator serial number. Okay, yeah, here it is. This is coming. Okay, let's remember, once we deploy the second machine, we need to change the serial number and add into the cluster. Okay, system initialization has completed successfully. Okay, won't take more time. Let me go into the full screen and do the configuration steps for you. Okay, yeah. Now, what is saying? For example, if you are deploying a brand new production system, then this option will help you to send any error messages or stuff which system encounter, that will automatically send the email traps to NetApp support. So you need to confirm yes for that. Anyway, this is on lab setup, so it won't harm you much. Okay, enter the node management interface port E0C. I'll select yes, E0C is the, I'll use it for node management. And which IP for node management? 20 dot, okay, let's say 51. I have the set of IPs that I can use, so nothing to worry. And 192.168.20 dot 1 is my gateway. Okay, so node has been configured, and what it is saying, use your browser to complete the cluster setup by accessing so and so URL. Otherwise, continue with the command line. Let's see if GUI is working. Okay, so HTTPS, what is the IP I gave? 192.168.20.51. See, it's working. So let's proceed. Here it is. It's asking for continue with the cluster configuration and stuff. So if you have standard template where you have all the configuration details and stuff, you can browse it and deploy it, or else you can continue with the standard configuration steps if you are really not sure on the CSV configurations and stuff. Okay, but anyway, I'm not going to use this GUI configuration, so I'll go ahead and continue with the CLI. Okay, yeah, here it is. Otherwise, press enter to complete the cluster setup using command line interface. Okay. Enter. Now, do you want to create a new cluster or join into the existing cluster? I don't have any cluster at the moment, so I want to create the cluster. Do you intend it for this node to be used as single node cluster? No. I want to add another node into this cluster. These are the system configurations of private cluster ports E0A and E0B, and MTU is 1500. It's based on network speed and stuff. What is to which switch your NetApp OnTap cluster nodes are connected. Based on that, you'll get the speed and all, and then the ports you can say. Okay, I want to use default S. The password, username is admin. The password I need to set something. Okay, give a password, right? So it will automatically create the cluster and it will ask for IP details for the same. One take master cluster name. Okay, NetApp demo. Still cluster services. Done, and I don't have copy paste functionality inside the VMware console. So what I can do is I can skip these license keys and stuff. So I'll just simply press enter. Anyway, I'm going to assign the license and stuff once I logged into the GUI, and then that's not an issue. Okay, now it is asking for cluster management node configuration. I'll say E0D is my cluster management port, and IP 192.168.20.50. Let's say I give Node1 51 and cluster IP is 50. Remember, okay? So 255, 255.0. Management IP default gateway is same, no change. I don't have the domain name server. Okay, so whatever is NetApp demo is my domain server. Anyway, I won't take 192.168.1.100, which is my switch IP. It won't harm you anything anyway. In real time, you need to provide the domain credentials and all for safes and all. And if you want to configure the safes, then you need to have this domain details and all. Okay, and yeah, done. Okay, so admin and password. Here you go. Your NetApp simulator is ready for use. Okay, let me go to 192.168 HTTPS 192.168.20.50 is the cluster. Let's wait for a few seconds. Yeah, here we go. Okay, dashboard, it will give you some output, and if you say node, one node is there, simulator run, 3 hard disk, one aggregate and manage nodes. If I go to manage nodes, Okay, this is the system ID and this is the serial number. 4082368-50-7 is the serial number. Okay, and now what I need to do, I need to assign the licenses. Okay, so let me go to downloads. This is the license key file I have. This is a base license. I'll copy and then I'll go to NetApp, go to configuration, cluster, and licenses, and then add license. So you can add a license, add. So more. Still it is in the shuttered mode. We'll see. Install on the cluster. It's fine. We'll see. Okay. That's it. Let me write down the simple steps here. What I have done so far. Okay. So configuration steps are more of okay. Provide node manage management IP NIC E0A or E0A node MGMT IP 192.168.20.51 subnet. These are the details I provided inside the console just for documentation purpose. I'm just typing here 0 gateway 92.168 1 dot sorry 20.1. Okay, then we'll ask you to want to. I'm not typing the entire message on the screen, but yeah, just for your reference if you want to practice it. Create new cluster or join. I'll say create. Okay, so a single node or multi-node cluster. That's it. No, that's not a single node cluster. So you have to select no here and then ask for cluster interconnect default configuration parameters. I'll say configuration. I'll say S. Okay, and then okay, provide cluster instrument IP. I'm sorry, NIC E0A. I'm sorry, here my mistake. This is E0C. Let me go to the simulator and see what's. Cannot go back. Unfortunately, it's fine. E0A. Okay. Cluster management IP 92.168.20.50 and subnet remains same. 0 gateway again remains same. One and ask for DNS host name. We have abc.xyz.com DNS server IP 92.168, whatever the IP for your domain server, and then in between, I completely forgot. Okay, so that's it. These are the few steps. I did to configure, and then log into cluster and go to where I went, configuration, cluster, license. Cluster. So that's it. So far what I did. Okay. Thank you. I'll stop this recording.